morning, children. Okay, yesterday we discussed on different classification of RH attackers, that Monera and the Protesta. This Protesta, we find that what are the important character of Protesta under that chrysophyte, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slimodes and protozoans. And especially in that finally what I am explaining in that Protesta, that various logical characteristics under the protozoans. All protozoans are heterotrophs. Sometimes that's we commonly called as parasites. That based on the characteristics, we are classified into 4 types: amoeboid protozoans. So next one is flagellated protozoans, flagella. It will be present in flagella. Third one, ciliated protozoans, and finally sporozoans. That and all explained yesterday. What is the differences between sporozoans and ciliated protozoans, flagellated protozoans? These are the things I will explain. And one of the important sporozoan character that is the Plasmodium vivax, the parasitic in character. I think you know parasites. They are lived in some other animal. So this parasite or the spore, it is a cycle, life cycle with some other plant or the animal body. That is vivax, Plasmodium vivax is the malarial parasite. It will be through the, what is that virus will be distributed through the one of the insects, or that what do we call it as a place, that will be mode of transformation. That and all we are explained in last class. Today we are going to the most important, that is one more kingdom, that is fungi, or commonly we call it as a fungi or fungi. Okay, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಆ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಪ್ರೋಟಿಸ್ಟಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಲಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಮೀಬಾ ಥರ ವಿತ್ ಬಾಡಿನಲ್ಲೇ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಅಮೀಬಾಯ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಸಿಲಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಾಡಿ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಸಿಲಿಯಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸಿಲಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಫೈನಲಿ ಸ್ಪೊರೋಜೋನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ಸ್ಪೊರೋಜೋನ್ಸು ಅದೇ ಮಲೇರಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್, ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ ವೈವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸು, ನೊಣಗಳ ಸಹಾಯದಿಂದ ಅದು ರೋಗಾಣುಗಳನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯರಿಗೆ ತಲುಪಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ವೈರಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇದನ್ನು ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಸೈಕಲ್, ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ದೇರ್, ಅವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಡಿಯಂ ವೈವ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಆ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೋರೋಜೋನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಿದೆ, ಅದು ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಮ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಸಸ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್. ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಗಲೀಜು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಗ್ನೆಂಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊಳ್ಳೆಗಳು ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸೊಳ್ಳೆಗಳಿಂದ, ಆ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋಸಿಂದ ಅದು ಹರಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಫಂಗೈ ಅಥವಾ ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಫಂಗೈ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಮೊದಲಿಂದ ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಫಂಗೈ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಈ ಫಂಗೈ ಇದರ ಭಾಗ ಯಾವುದು? ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್. ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, 8th, 9th, 10th ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರ. ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮಾಣುಜೀವಿ, ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್. ಅದು ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮಾಣುಜೀವಿಗಳು 4 ರೀತಿಯ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮಾಣುಜೀವಿಗಳು. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲನೇದು ವೈರಸ್ಸು, 2ನೇದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ, 3ನೇದು ಆಲ್ಗೆಗಳು, 4ನೇದು ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳು. ಈ 4 ಟೈಪ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಓದಿದ್ದೀರ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬರೀ ಪೊಂಗೈಯನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರ ಅದರ ಗುಣಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳು, ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಸು, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಕೆಲವು ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು, ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಅದರ ಕೆಲವು ಗುಣಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀರಿ, ಅದರ ಕೆಲವು ಗುಣಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳನ್ನು ಓದ್ಕೊತೀರಿ, ಆ ಯಾವ ಟೈಪ್ಗಳಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಭಾಗಗಳಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಓದ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಶಿಲೇಂಧ್ರ, ಪೊಂಗೈ ಅಥವಾ ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳ ವಿಧಗಳು, ಅದರ ಗುಣಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳು ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೀಪಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ತುಂಬ ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಮ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಫ್ಯೂ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ 9th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಪೊಂಗೈ already studied in your 8th, 9th standard. The fungi is one of the branch of, especially general talk, generally we discuss the fungi comes under the microorganisms. Why it is a microorganisms? I think you know the microorganisms commonly cannot see a naked eye. The microorganisms we should not see naked eye. So microorganisms cannot see naked eye, but fungi we see the naked eye. How it is considered the what microorganisms alva? ಅದು ಮೈಕ್ರೋಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಂಗೈ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ, ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೀನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನೇಕೆಡ್ ಐ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ minor, very 0.01 micron to 0.5 micron size in virus. I think you know that. So that fungi are considered the microorganisms. So that and all we can study in this fungi kingdom. And what are the criteria, special characters, and what is the differentiating between other organisms compared to fungi. All these things we can study today. It's a very simple that fungi division of the kingdom. It is one of the constitute a unique kingdom of heterotrophic organisms. They show a great diversity in morphology as well as habitat. It is one of the important fact here. It is a fact. The fungi kingdom or the fungi, it is a unique kingdom, a special kingdom. It is a unique kingdom. Unique kingdom. Why it is unique kingdom? Because it is a special character. It is one of the unique kingdom. It is showing a different heterotrophic characters, and it should be great diversity and also morphological and different habitats. Think morphology. Already you studied morphology. And habitat. Habitat ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ you should know the meaning of, what is the meaning of that habitat. Habitat ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Habitat ಅನ್ನೋದು morphology ಅನ್ನೋದು already you know. Morphology is the study of external features of the characters of the animal. ಅಲ್ವಾ? Habitat ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ where the animal live, whether it is on the land, on the soil or the water, whether aquatic or the soil, where that is habitat. Habitat is the particular place which grows the plant or the animal. That is commonly called as a habitat. Okay, so it is fungi definition very simple. It is fungi kingdom. In this kingdom, it is a kingdom of, it is constitute of various characterized unique kingdom. It having a differential morphology and habitat. It is the definition. I think one more few words. It's very simple. The kingdom Protista, or what the character already you know. Compared to that kingdom fungi, the fungi is a unique kingdom. It having heterotrophic organisms. They show a great diversity in morphology and habitat. This is commonly we call it as the kingdom fungi character. Okay, so this is given to the notes. Then you can study the notes and you can develop the answer for this kingdom fungi. Then come to the some few characters Futures of this fungi. The fungi commonly, it is very useful to human beings. It is very useful to human beings in a different hierarchies. From lower level to upper level hierarchy, the human beings are utilized for this fungi. So for example, the fungi are utilized in the form of yeast. I think you know that yeast will be using as a in the bakeries, food materials. Okay, and that is a fermentation take place too, and milk will be converted into curd. That will all going to bacteria. That will be comes under this fungi. So the fungi is commonly utilized in the beverage industries. There is a liquors. Beverage means liquors. Beverage industry, medicinal field, and also some agriculture fields or agriculture industry, and also horticulture industry, and sometimes we will be using as a chemical industries. So the fungi will be the fungus or the organisms can utilize human beings in their aspect, in their developments. So they are the friends of the this kingdom, especially where the away are the friend of the human beings or the life of the human beings. So the kingdom fungi will be close related to the particular, that is higher animals like human beings. We are all very close to the fungi. We can utilize knowingly, unknowingly in various fields. So commonly that fungi will be utilized. That's what in all other groups compared to Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae and Animalia, the fungi are more relative in the to the human beings or the society. That is what commonly humankind or the mankind. The mankind and the fungi will be close related. Mankind in relation to fungi. That is, the mankind is the development of human beings. That is what we commonly call it as the human beings will be utilized. That's why commonly it will be using the fungi. And also in the medicinal field, especially this fungi, they are preparing some chemical substances, or we call it as drugs. Especially you know the penicillin. I think you know penicillin is one of the injection. It's commonly used in the hospitals. That penicillin will be used for the allergy or some other infections in the body. So that penicillin will be prepared by this unique kingdom, that is fungi. That's what it is a very near to the human beings. Even though we will take food, even though we will take antibiotics, even though we can prepare some other materials with help of this fungi, so it will be helpful for the different varieties of food products we can prepare by the help of fungi in the different industries or the beverages, or in case of chemical industries, or in case of some other what we call it as agriculture and horticulture industries. So the fungi will be utilized in a different manner. The mankind will be using, hence it is a very related for the man. So this kingdom will be very near to the human beings. It will be supporting to the human beings. And also here some of the general characters of this fungi. Some of the special characters and special organisms present in this fungi kingdom, that is saprophytes. What is the meaning of saprophyte? Saprophytes. Saprophytes. Saprophyte. I think you know saprophytes. What is the meaning of saprophytes? I think what is the it is sapro. It itself, the name itself indicates sapro. What is the meaning of sapro? That is here. That is a commonly the fungus or the fungi is a heterotrophic. It is heterotrophic in nature. Hetero, I think you know, different, not a homo. It is a heterotrophic is nothing but it will be different character, having a different characters, lived in different places. Heterotrophic, autotrophic, I think, and also the heterotrophic commonly we call it as a, we can take food preparation of the food materials heterotrophs. Already you know that heterotrophic. Yet that is saprophytes are heterotrophs. They is not depending upon their own. For example, autotrophs, their food materials, they won't prepare their food materials. Heterotrophs are those, they are not preparing their own food materials. The saprophytes are the division of heterotroph. It means here they are also human beings also heterotrophs. And like the saprophytes also heterotrophs. They develop or the grows. This will be grows. This will be grows. Something decayed. It means the decayed. Some of the like the plant, like the structure will be developed on the some of the decaying chemical materials. The decaying chemical materials that will be develops with the spores, or what we call it as a cell division. Here there is no any reaction like what we call it as a reproduction, like sexual reproduction. Based on the asexual reproduction, it will be grows. So the definition of saprophytes. Saprophytes are those, they are commonly heterotrophic in nature. They are lived in decay organic materials, or the matters is called as saprophytes. I think it's a very simple one. Saprophytes here, ಏನು saprophytes ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಡಿಕೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಊಟ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಕೆಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಣ್ಣುಗಳಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕೆಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಸ್ತುಗಳಿಂದ ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳು. ಈ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆಟೋಟ್ರೋಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಟ್ರೋಟ್ರೋಪ್ಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬೇರೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಪರಿಣಾಮ, ಬೇರೆಯವರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಊಟವನ್ನು ಸಹ ತಯಾರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಊಟ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಸ್ತುಗಳಿಂದ ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಸ್ತುಗಳೇ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಡೆಡ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳು, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಏನಿ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಏನಿ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ, ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟಾಟ್, ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಕೈಂಡ್ ಹತ್ರ, ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಹತ್ರ ಅಂತ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣ. ಎರಡನೇದು, ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರಗಳು ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಹಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬೇವರೇಜಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇವರೇಜ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ವೈನ್ಸ್, ಲಿಕ್ಕರ್ಸ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ಬೇಕರಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಮನೆಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ನಾವು ಮೊಸರು, ಹಾಲನ್ನ ಮೊಸರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಹಾಕೋಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಅದು ಹಾಲು ಮೊಸರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಯಾಕೆ ಮಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಾಕೋದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾಗಳು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಫಂಗೈ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಫಂಗೈ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿರವಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅದನ್ನು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಸರಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರು, ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ ಮತ್ತು ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಯಾಟ್. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್, ದ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ. ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ವಸ್ತು, ಆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಶಿಲೀಂಧ್ರ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಬೆಳೆಯೋ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶನೇ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಮುಂದೆ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು, ಆ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, ಕೆಲವು ಡಿಕೇಯಿಂಗ್ ವಸ್ತುಗಳಿಂದ ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್. ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಈ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೋಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ lived in or on animals body or the plant body. ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೋಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಮನ್ಲಿ lived in the animals body or the plant body. ಮರಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ, ಚರ್ಮದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲವು ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಫಂಗೈ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Parasites are those, they are also heterotrophic. Saprophytes also heterotrophic. Saprophytes that is lived, it means it will be develops or grows on the death and decaying materials, organisms. In case of parasites, will be on the living things, whether the animal or the plant. This is the difference between parasites and also saprophytes. One more thing, symbionts. 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 ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಾಯಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸಿಂಬಯಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು. ಓಕೆ, symbionts. What is the meaning of symbionts? It is a symbionts are commonly called association with lichen and mycorrhiza is called as a symbionts. It is a two categories of living things originated, develops in a particular habitat. That is, we call it as a symbiosis. The symbiosis is the combination of two organisms lived in a particular habitat. That is, one call it as a lichens and mycorrhiza. Lichen and mycorrhiza. I think you know lichen and mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza. See, what is the meaning of lichen? Lichen ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? I think where you seen that lichens. Lichens are those, they are all, that is a small, I think in your some of the, what is it, like a what, the forest old trees, as well as one of the, what is that, this one, that is a rocks, old rocks. I think one of the creature like a black in color, or in case of black in color, or in case of some other yellow, green, blue, like that, and this will be growing. The plant will be growing. It is like a, like that fungi only, but it is the like a, it's having a different character. It will be grow on the old trees, and also that we call as the old rocks. On the rocks, I think you know, and trees. Here we can find out the lichen. We can find out the lichen, old tree. ಇದು ಮರಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಬಂಡೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೆಳೆದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಲೈಕೆನ್, ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ that like is that with mycorrhiza, that is some of the bacteria combination that we commonly call it as a symbiosis. Then mycorrhiza ಅನ್ನೋದು, that is also, it's a the bacteria which will be inculcated in case of groundnut plant. Groundnut plant ಕೇಳಿದಿರಲ್ಲ, groundnut plant ಅಲ್ಲಿ the leaves will be going like this. That roots in a root system, I think that is a fibrous root system that will be, that is commonly call it as the plant. That will be, that is a different, I think is not, see, this root, that's commonly what this is, one of the plant, that root. You can here some birds will be born in this root. That root, that is rhizobium. We commonly call it as a rhizobium. This bud-like structure, this is bud-like structure. This is rhizobium. Rhizobium. This is rhizobium. Here, that bud in the root, that is especially the more in dicotyledonous plants like pulses cereals, ತೊಗರಿ ಬೆಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ತೊಗರಿ ಬೆಳೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ತೊಗರಿ ಗಿಡದಲ್ಲಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಳ್ಳೆಕಾಯಿ ಗಿಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಗಿಡ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ಆ ಗಿಡದೊಳಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಈ ತರ ಗಂಟುಗಳು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬೇರೆ, ಅದೇ ರೈಸೋಬಿಯಂ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ರೈಸೋಬಿಯಂ ಜೀವಾಣು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ರೈಸೋಬಿಯಂ ಸಾಧ್ಯ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದಟ್. This one is a fungi, that rhizobium, that's we commonly call it as mycorrhiza. Okay, this is the mycorrhiza, and also the combination of, that is one more thing, that is of other than the rhizobium or myco, that bacteria, that is the two combinations, that parasite, that lichen and what is that mycorrhiza, which comes under the name symbionts. Okay, this symbionts, and also it is a especially the symbionts having a different characters. That characters I will explain one by one. Before going to that, just what I am explaining now, I'll give it to few definitions or examples. Very easy. See what are the things I will explain only for the sake of understanding with the rhizobium and also mycorrhiza. That is example for the mycorrhiza. Rhizome we can see that thing. Once we can remove the plant, then we automatically can find. Okay. Anyhow, once we can show you real plant while coming to the regular class. By the time I will show you each and everything in the each and every part, then you can able to understand what the difference is like that. Now the first one is the fungi classification under the kingdom fungi. It is one of the constitute unique kingdom heterotrophic organisms. They are show a great diversity, morphology and diversity. That already you know. Then utilization of that fungi. There is industries like a varieties of industries and other also that in case of fungi, which will be one more important thing. It will be how much helpful for the human beings, as much as same it will be destroyed or the disadvantages, that is the transfer of diseases and formation of or originated of various human and animal diseases from the fungi. Okay, that we can keep it up your mind. That detail will be coming under the next year. That and I will give an explanation. And also yeast, what is the importance of yeast? Already I will explain. They will come to under the uses of this fungi, various industries. That is a medicinal industry, that is a penicillium or commonly called as a penicillin antibiotics. I think you know the meaning of antibiotics. That and all you can study already. That antibiotics are those they are using for our body or strengthening of the body. It will be antibodies. Antibiotics are those they are acting as antibodies in our body system or the immune system or in our digestive or in the biological system of human beings. Antibodies ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ರೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? What is the meaning of saprophyte and what is the utilization of this? And parasite, lichen and symbionts. Symbionts, that is the meaning of symbionts. These are all the things what we can understand now. Then we go to some other points under that fungi. That is the most important thing, that is plasmogamy. 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 What is the meaning of this plasmogamy? I think plasmogamy, it is the word indicates plasmo is nothing but protoplasm. Protoplasm. Gamy means what? You need. It is a combination. The combination is called gamy. The plasmogamy is nothing but the fusion of protoplasms between two motile or non-motile gametes. Motile or non-motile gametes. Non-motile gametes. So, the plasmogamy is the process of the combination of protoplasm, the two protoplasm with motile or non-motile gametes. That is the definition of plasmogamy. Once again I reported this word. The fusion is a join. The fusion of protoplasm. Whether the motile or non-motile gametes is called plasmogamy. Okay, this is the most important thing. It is a special character in the fungi. Then one more thing, there is a karyogamy. Karyogamy. What is the meaning of karyogamy? What it indicates karyogamy? Fusion of two nuclei called karyogamy. Here you should know the name itself, karyo. That is the nucleus. I think you know the nucleus most important for the life processes. The nucleus is most important for the all biological Without nucleus, we cannot understand, we cannot develop human beings or the life system. So, all the life body depending upon the nucleus. Here, karyogamy. Karyo means carrying of life. So, nucleus is the karyo. So, nucleus, 2 or 3 nucleus. That is what call it as a nuclei or nucleus. See, this is the word that you should remember the singular word nuclei. Nuclei. You should be remember this. That is a singular nuclei. Nucleus is a plural. Nuclei is a singular. So here the nuclei, the combination of, that is a fusion of 2 or more nuclei is called as a karyogamy. So karyo is called nuclei. Gamy means fusion. Karyogamy means the fusion of 2 or more nuclei is called as a karyogamy. Plasmogamy, it's a protoplasm. Different plasma, protoplasm. Proto means what? I think you know endoplasm, ectoplasm, protoplasm, like that. So protoplasm, that is the 2 or more protoplasm. That is a fusion of protoplasms. Whether the 2 motile or non-motile, that is a gametes between the 2 motile gametes or non-motile gametes. Motile, non-motile means movement. That is, we call it as a plasmogamy. I think you know the meaning of that plasmogamy and karyogamy. Okay, I think I'll give it to the notes all these things. You should be getting ready and you should study for according to your syllabus. What are the things I will explain? Each and everything that will be comes under the NEET and also your theory examination. So here one more, the important special characteristics of fungi. It is commonly in the fungi asexual reproduction take place. Not a sexual reproduction, it will be asexual reproduction. What is the meaning of asexual reproduction? That is the cell division, whether the meiosis or the mitosis. With help of cell division, will be taking of animals to the generation to generation is called as a asexual reproduction. For example, amoeba. Amoeba is comes under the asexual reproduction. For example, this amoeba, cell will be there, nucleus will be there. It will be divided with the form like this. That will be here nucleus, here nucleus. Third stage, the first stage, this is the second stage. In third stage, the nucleus will be dividing the both, and automatically here nucleus, here nucleus, 2 divisions of one amoeba. So that is a third division, third level. So for example, this is commonly we call it as a asexual reproduction. It's called it as a asexual reproduction. I think you know in Kannada also asexual reproduction andre ಏನು, sexual reproduction andre ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ asexual reproduction is the division of cell. It is a mitotic division or the meiotic division. The division of cells from one to another, it will be going to body division. So it will be development of the animals. It will all comes under almost all the unicellular organisms. It will be comes under the asexual. Then come to the sexual. Sexual reproduction. I think you know sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. What is the meaning of sexual reproduction? What it indicates sexual reproduction? The combination of male and female gamete. The combination of male and female. That is the difference between the sexual and asexual reproduction. Here the combination of male gamete and the female gamete form a zygote. Form a zygote. Form a zygote is called it as a sexual reproduction. For example, ovary and sperm, combination of 2n number of 2n number. It means 2n number is a diploid number. 2n number means diploid number. Diploid number means it means zygote. Zygote is a diploid number. It will be capacity to distribute the cells. That is what we call it as in your 10th standard and the reproductive system we can able to study very well and good. That is the division of zygote, morula, blastula, neurula, then come to the embryo. These all the things already studied. But now only for the 2n number of chromosomes, that is a cell. 2n number that helps to the zygote formation and also sexual reproduction. I think ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇದು. ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್, ಕೆಲವು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್, ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಚರ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್, ಅದೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಎ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಏನು ಎ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್, ಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್, ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೆಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸೆಲ್ಲೇ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುದು. ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ಲು 2 ಆಗೋದು, 2 ಸೆಲ್ 4 ಆಗೋದು, 4 ಸೆಲ್ 6 ಆಗೋದು, 10 ಆಗೋದು, 8 ಆಗೋದು, ಹೀಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಮೈಟೋಟಿಕ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್. ಮಿಯೋಸಿಸ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ನೀವು ಓದಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಎ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಅಂಶಗಳು, ಒಂದು ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮಿಟು, ಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮಿಟು, 2 ಗ್ಯಾಮಿಟ್ ಸೇರಿ 2n ನಂಬರ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಝೈಗೋಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಝೈಗೋಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮಾರಲಾ, ನ್ಯೂರಲಾ, ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟುಲಾ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಂಬ್ರಿಯೋ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಜನನ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಕಾಮನ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈ ಪೊಂಗೈಯಲ್ಲಿ one of the special characters in the fungi commonly, that is, one is that is a asexual reproduction as well as sexual reproduction, that is in the form of dikaryophase, dikaryons. Some fungal creatures are the organisms, they are showing a diploid number of cells, they are a sexual reproduction. Some of the things will be asexual reproduction. That is in the fungi special characteristics of reproductive system, that is dikaryon or the dikaryotic phase. That dikaryotic phase is nothing but the combination of n plus n number of 2n number of cells, 2n number of cells form a zygote. Then we go to the, after the zygote will be form going on the cell division, then we will be going to the generation. That will be showing in the fungi. That's why it is this, especially this kingdom, we commonly call it as a unique kingdom. ಯಾಕೆ unique kingdom ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು? ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಶರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಗು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಬೇರೆ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಬಂದಿದ್ದ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್ ಅಂತ, ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ, ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಫಂಗೈ ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋದ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡದೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಗುಣಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಣಬೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ತಿಂತೀವಿ, ಲೈಕೆನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕೆಲವರು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಲೈಕೆನ್ನ ಮದ್ದು ಔಷಧಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಬಳಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಮರಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ, ಹಳೆ ಮರಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಹೊತ್ತು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಂಡೆಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡು ಔಷಧಿಗಳು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಯೂನಿಕ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ಮೇ ಈ ಪೊಂಗೈ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೀಗ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ, ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ, ಡೈಕ್ಯಾರಿಯೋಫೇಸ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ, ಡೈಕ್ಯಾರಿಯಾನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯಾನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೈಕ್ಯಾರಿಯಾನ್? That the process of dikaryotic, the dikaryon has 2 number of cells. It will be developed in a reproductive system that will be commonly called as a dikaryotic phase. Dikaryotic phase. Really, sometimes they will ask in your examination, whether the theory exam or in the competitive examination, where you can find the dikaryotic phase. Like that they will ask Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, animalia. Then you can write down fungi is showing a dikaryotic phase. That is the different character, dikaryotic phase. That is because diploid number, already I will explain. Dikaryotic means diploid number, 2n number, that is n plus n. Already what is the meaning of haploid and diploid? Haploid number is called only one chromosome, we cannot divide. Diploid means 2 chromosomes, it will be having a divide. That is the meaning of haploid and diploid chromosomes are the spores. That will be commonly in fungi, it will be occurs. So fungi is a unique character based on all these things. So I think, well children, today what I am going to explain today regarding this kingdom fungi is all the saprophytes in nature, parasitic in nature, symbionts and also lichens. Here in case of symbiont will be exosymbiont, endosymbionts will be there. That and all I will explain next class. What is the meaning of exo? What is the meaning of endo? What is the meaning? Endo means inside, exo means outside. How they are endosymbiotics and exosymbiotics. That and also it will be there. I think it is a simple. I will explain. You can next class I will give you to detail about the exosymbionts and endo. See here, exo means we can depending upon the host. After that it means on the tongue. For example, parasites are called exo. Endo means inside the host only. It's called endo. So these are the things. What is there in the next class? I will going to explain regarding that all these things. But today, according to today's class, what are the components? Just I will highlights. Okay. So before going to the next, here goes the fungi. That is it. Based on this, all the characters, it will be divided into the various classes or the orders. That classes will be Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes and also Deuteromycetes. Now, we come to the first one. I just highlight because of understanding purpose of you. Write down this Phycomycetes. Phycomycetes. I think this is first one is Phycomycetes. Here I think division of fungi based on the characters Phycomycetes. 1 minute please, don't write Phycomycetes. Phycomycetes. PHYCO, MY. CO, this is not MY. PHYCO, MY. CETS, Phycomycetes. Ascomycetes. Here second one is Ascomycetes. Once you can learn the spelling automatically, it will be very easy to remember. Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, and one more division. There is a Basidiomycetes. Basidiomycetes, and the fourth one finally Basidiomycetes. Fourth one is Deuteromycetes. Deuteromycetes. Here, see, fourth one, Deutero, Deuteromycetes, Deuteromycetes. All these classes under the fungi or the fungi that we discuss in next class. Okay, children, today what I am going to explain, just I will highlighting. Please remember finally 2 minutes for this kingdom fungi. Fungi is the heterotrophic and also unique kingdom of heterotrophic organisms. It's showing a great diversity, morphology and its habitat. It will be utilized for the various industries like a bread or the beer, especially the beer or the bread, that is a commonly called as a food industries and beverage industries. Okay, then saprophytes, parasites, lichens, symbionts and also mycorrhiza, and finally plasmogamy, karyogamy. And what is the 2n number, n number? All these things today we will discuss. So you can write what I sent you notes today. You can see that once you can part and read once or twice. If not able to understand, ask me and send your problems on the WhatsApp or in a group. And one more thing, children, I will give information what I will give into some Google application forum. Please, you can fill it that application form and send to the college. It will be need to me its detail from your side. You can send to the government. because of approval of your name in PUC board. So please you should send your details, that is your name, father's name, Aadhaar number, caste, religion, and also your 10th standard, what is the register number. Some application forms will be there, that is open it, the link will be open, automatically it will be showing, type it and send back. Okay children, okay, I will take tomorrow, and every day if possible I will send you some voice messages, that's also you can see, and other teachers what they did in a online. If not possible to listen, you can go to the YouTube channel and you can subscribe, then you can see the every day what the things going on in the college. Okay, thank you, bye.